Yeah, I forgot also to add in this. There's a pocket inside here. Forgot to add this. I have gloves too. I got some gloves to keep my hands from getting cut. I mean, it's cut resistant, basically to keep you from getting my hands worn out. And I got some warm gloves. These are made by 3M, and so I forgot to add that to this video. Sorry about that. And it goes right here, and there's like a back pocket inside here that I put these in. So these go in there. Okay. And I just wanted to put that out there that I do have gloves in this bag too, as a complete bug out bag. Okay, guys. So tonight, it's kind of late in the evening, I'm making a video, and I'm going to be making another video tomorrow for you guys. I'm going to show you a very simple, cheap bug out bag tomorrow night that will be, I mean, incredibly cheap, that you can afford, and it doesn't have to break the bank. It doesn't have to be nearly what this thing is. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. I don't know if you remember me making a get home bag video, but I took the poncho out of this, and I took my Sawyer water filter out of this, and basically I threw them in this big guy. I don't know if you remember me telling you some of my gear got stolen, but it did. So I'm gonna be putting this as an emergency poncho. These guys are pretty good, and they're very good, very easy to put on. If you're only going to have maybe a 3-day bag, you can roll them back up. They're really good. Now you can buy these instead of having that great big saw that I had. I'm putting that in that bag, and I found this one at Harbor Freight. It's got a little push button back here, and for what I want it for, I'm sure that will be just fine for me. Okay, so I'm putting all that in this bag, and I'm going to slide it to the side. Now I'm going to get to this guy so you can see what's going on. It's a very big bag, and it's got a lot of stuff. I want to be able to give you a good shot of it. Give me a second, and probably can. A bit on the heavy side, weighs 45 pounds. So I'm going to be able to give you a good quick view of it. This side I got some rods and reels. Over here got some rods and reels, and I got some arrows. You'll see them in a second. And I've also got that saw in there. And on this side I've got a full size axe. That's 23 inches. And I've also got a machete in here. So let me get to it. I just wanted you to see the bag. This is a 75-liter bag. The bag weighs about, I want to say it's probably kicking up around about 38 pounds these days. Which I have it a bit overloaded. I need to try to figure out how to take some of this weight out. Alright, so first, let me start with the side bags, and then I'll get to the main compartment. I want to make this video quite as quick as possible. It's not that I have something to do. It's more or less I want to make it as quick as possible make the video as short as possible. But in here, I've got this full-size axe. It's 23 inches long, and for some reason, I don't know why, but Fiskars is the name of one who makes this, Fiskars, and it's a 3x deeper 23-inch axe, and it's a full-size axe. Only thing about these axes, it says chop from the front, but don't actually hit it from the back. And looking at the design of it, I probably could understand why, because it says, yeah, basically I can do about everything with it. I just can't do a hammering motion with it. It says don't do that, which I would think that, you know, having that dangerous thing come back at you anyway would be pretty dangerous. And that's a full size 23 inch axe. The head is 3.5 pounds. I'm kind of guessing that the whole axe maybe weighs 5 pounds or less, maybe 5 pounds or less. I really like to say about 4.5 pounds, roughly. Just kind of roughly. I don't know that for sure though, you know. But I just say kind of roughly, and it just kind of clicks in here. That's it. That's that axe. Okay, I've also got a machete. Feels like I got something else stuck up in here. I think I do. Yeah, it's got my paracord. Well, it's not really paracord. Paracord is just a gimmick thing. Okay, let's see what else I got up in here. Okay, so I've got my machete. It's made by Gerber. It's the Gerber Gator, and it's the I think it's 19 inch. I think it's 19 inches. Yeah, that's the 19 inch one. But it's the Gerber Gator. Okay, and it's just a simple machete. It's got a saw on the back. Probably could not take that saw since this does have a saw on the back. But I'm gonna say it's probably not as good as a standard as that saw would be. I haven't tried that yet. I mean, I've gone out and I've done some chopping with it, like around some leaves and stuff like that, and twig and brush, which is pretty much what you'd use something like this for. If you want to process wood, if you want to chop down a tree, why would you do it with a machete? It makes no sense, you know. This is for clearing out brushes. This is for clearing your way through things. Okay, and yeah, and it's also got this thing so you won't lose it on your hand. Nice. Okay, real quickly, and then I got the Fiskars folding axe, folding saw blade. I made a thing about this in my last video. It just push this button. It's a nice big full size saw. It'll work for cutting down limbs, stuff like that, bigger limbs and stuff. And I've got, this is 100 feet. No, it's actually, it's 100 yards. Excuse me. And it holds 300 pounds, and the breaking strength, the safe working load is 300 pounds. Breaking strength is 900 pounds. And I bought it down at Harbor Freight. I mean, it's a bit bright in colors. I know that it's a bit bright in colors, but you know, if I wanted to get dirty, I could always just kind of mud it up some or something like that. No big deal. It was way cheaper. It's just and it was also better than paracord, because paracord only has like a 200-something pound break, and you know, there's different grades of paracord, like big paracord, but for something smaller to put in the backpack, a survival bag, I was kind of looking at that, thinking, you know, it's pretty heavy. So that's that. That's this side. Putting all this stuff back in these pockets right here. This guy never did like to fit all the way down in there really well. He never did. Let's see here. How did I have this thing before? Oh yeah, had it sewed at that. Stuck it there like that, and then this guy goes back in here like this. I had to figure out how to use every inch of room. Okay, come on, guy. Because I'm sitting down trying to make a video, it's trying to be a little stubborn. So let me go ahead and I'm gonna pull everything all back tight. Okay, so that's that side, mostly just wood processing stuff. A lot of wood processing stuff like that. So when on this quest of doing this, I kind of thought to myself, you know, what would be the perfect bug out bag? And I've had the bug out bag for quite a long time, and most of the stuff is stuff that I actually just transferred from one place to the next. You'll see that stuff in a second. In this side, I've got medical supplies. I've got gauzes, I got bandages, I've got some medical supplies there. I've got a candle. I've had that candle in there. I just can't always remember what I got in here myself. This is pretty much a waterproof pocket. Pretty much a waterproof pocket because it's got this thing here that I keep it covered, and it's just a pretty much waterproof pocket anyway. I've also got some gauze wraps, wrap it up, and that's about it for that pocket there. Let me go ahead and stuff it back full. I'm gonna take and put this candle more down towards that bottom side, and I'm gonna. Matter of fact, I can stick something in that pocket, and I will before this video is over. Okay, down here in this little bitty pocket, I got another little pocket. I've got a fishing rod. This I can go ahead and show you. The arrows, I have to explain the arrows to you. In a minute. I can't just go ahead and, what's that all about? I heard something hit. Yeah, it bounced over there. I'll get it in a second. No, it didn't bounce over there. That was my fish. That was the tip of my fishing rod. I won't just get it in a second. Yeah, it bounced far enough away. Give me 1 minute, guys. Get back. Get back. Get back. Just trying to always be into something. It gets on my nerves sometimes. Did you scoot over? No, you can scoot over. Scoot over. Give me a break. They're giving me a hard time tonight. So I got a fishing rod, very small, very light duty fishing rod, okay? And I'll talk, like I said, I'll talk more about the arrows in a minute, but it's just a very small, it's a very light duty fishing rod. And it just is a fishing rod, okay? Okay, so, and I've got the small, light duty reel, all right? This reel, it's a reel that's called by the name of worm gear. Okay, if you buy them at Walmart, they're about $13, $14. They're fairly cheap, and with 8-pound test, it takes 180 pounds of about 120 yard. Let's see, it's 120 feet. No, it's it's 120 yards for 8-pound test. So that's 8-pound test with 120 yards. So that's pretty good. And you know, up in here, I've got more fishing gear. So you have to give me a minute to put that up there. But that's pretty good. And this is a pretty neat little reel. It was just something that's a light duty reel that's able to be used for catching small fish. You can't catch nothing big. You don't want to go after big bass and stuff like that. You want to go after small panfish. You know, you want to go after panfish. Nothing really big, just panfish. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and break him back down. And while I'm at it, I am just going to leave one of these arrows out. So for demonstration purposes in a minute. I'm going to put all the rest back in here. That way I can get them out of my way, because they're just going to be in my way. Give me a second. Cut this part of the video out. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try to cut that small part of the video out. Oh, dang it. Okay. Sorry, guys. I had to wrestle with that for a minute. Yeah, I'm going to try to cut a small part of that video out there. Okay, now, it's kind of hard to work with it sitting down on the table like this. You get the drift. So inside the big compartment right here, I got some zip ties. Some people call them pull ties, zip ties. I got some nails, plain old nails, and you'll figure that out in a second. That's not supposed. Remember, I'm not supposed to be hammering with that. And in here, you've seen all that. Got some cotton balls, and you've seen that little reel I got there. So I also have 1,400 yards of fishing line. I've got a bunch of split shots. That's what they call these, split shots. I got a bunch of them, and well, I got 200 split shots to go with 200 hooks. That's crappy biddable hooks. So I've got 200 split shots to go with 200 hooks. Okay, and I got 1,400 yards of line, which is enough to re-spool that up. 15. I figured it up that I re-spool it up 10 times. I'm going to put all this back down in this bag so I can put it for easy packing back in that thing. Then we'll get on to the big compartment, and you know, this whole thing is really packing this thing is a pain in the butt. Really getting it packed up nice. Okay. Okay. So, I think I've got everything on the outside of the bag. So, let me go ahead and do the inside of the bag. And this is where the stuff really comes in. Okay. This is just lay it over. You'll be able to see everything. It's packed pretty full up in here. So, alright, now this is a portable. I'm going to go ahead and go this way. Oops. I'm going to do it this way. This is a portable cook stove. It's got a portable plate, basically. It's got a plate, cooking plate. In here, I've got a pot with a little pot thing, and then I've got a pan, and that's what this is. It's just a portable cooking set, stainless steel portable cooking set. And then fold it back up, and I'll go ahead and put that back in the top lid. I'll put that back up in the top lid right here. That's exactly where it belongs, up here in this top. I'm going to put it in there because it belongs right inside this little mesh thing. Okay, now on to the good stuff. Alright, I got 2 pairs of socks. I've got a Sawyer water filter, 2 pairs of socks, Sawyer water filter, some Mucinex, and you remember that rain poncho I told you I took out. This is a more permanent rain poncho. Let's see, I'm going to get on to the t-shirt, pants, t-shirt, pants. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to repack this bag with on video. I might have to actually repack it after I get off video, if you know what I mean. So don't hate me for not repacking the video bag. You seen it was packed though, so I'm just saying I might have to repack it off video, if you know what I mean, without the problem. Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 extra slingshot bands. I need to order some more slingshot bands. 2 pair of underwear. There we go. I'm gonna when I get all this stuff out of here, I'm gonna tip it up and let you see inside of it how nice this is. That I'll explain in a second. I don't want to not explain that. I got a slingshot, for one thing. I got 2 bars of soap. I've got 100. Jesus. Got 100. 200. 300. 400. And 500 rounds of 22 mag ammo. I got 2 boxes of 357 Magnum ammo, and I'll explain that in a second. You'll understand in a minute. I've also got a rain tarp. Okay, now a tarp. This is just like a cheaper tarp, so it just works. You know what I'm saying? And let's see. I'm gonna try to take out everything that I pretty much can think about without it being a problem. I've got a little small hammer. You remember those nails I told you about? You seen the nails that I had? Well, I found this little bitty hammer down at Harbor Freight, and it's more of a kind of a finishing nail hammer, I guess, or some kind of tack nail hammer. It's not really a full-blown hammer, but it would hammer something in if I need to do a job. It's small, it's light, and it just fits the category of what I was doing here. And it is what it is, but it basically says Pittsburgh on it, so it does the job what I need it to. I've got, okay, now pretty much can start. Now I can start doing. Oh, now I can turn this bag up and let you see inside the bag. Hopefully without a problem, and hopefully I don't hurt my dog in the process. Okay. Oh, I forgot one thing. I also got this guy. These you can buy at Walmart. They've got a solar panel on top. Right inside here, they've got a charging thing where you can charge it. It's also got a thing for you to use for a battery bank for your cell phone, and it's also got. Oh yeah, I'm also not showing you this either. I've also got a sweater in here. Basically, this is a kind of a sweater. So I'm just gonna put that to the side and then show you that real quick. Okay. Hold on a minute. Come on. Back over this way, son. The heavy stuff over there. Okay, so I want to show you this real quick. Alright, so it basically has a real bright glow. Then you can put it on a brighter glow. Very bright. Then you can put it on this mode. What this mode does is it will flag down a plane for you. You can also pull this thing open, and there you go. One. There you go. It's like a little lantern. It also has a carry handle on top. Buy these for like $10 at Walmart. They are awesome. I've looked to see if there's any better brands. I haven't seen any other better brand that makes anything similar to this. These things are awesome. They will recharge themselves in the sun. That's what that's for. They are, like I said, they're just super awesome. I don't know how else to explain it. They just are. I'm trying to tear up my hair. That's gracious. These arrows are killing me. That stuff, all this back up in there. This must be a butthole. Yeah, I think I'm just going to have to repack this bag after I get off still tearing up my arrows. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to have to repack this bag after this, so please bear with me, guys. Okay, so... Oh yeah, I got a spare little ring. You'll figure out what that ring is for. It's something to do with this. I'm going to explain that to you. Okay, so in here, I've got, in here, this is what the inside compartment looks like. You got two of, let's see if I can angle this away where you can see it. So in here I got two knives, and I got a wet rock. I got a wet rock for sharpening, wet rock for sharpening the knives, sanding stone for sharpening knives. And I've also got, in this side compartment here, I've got other stuff. See if I can get the stuff out of here. It's going to fall out a minute ago. I got a small shovel. Now, instead of buying a folding shovel that's going to break, I bought a little shovel. Okay, little small spade shovels you see a lot of people use. It's kind of like a military style. A lot of people don't tell you is those break, and they even break for the military. But I've never seen these break before in my life. Not any of these. I've seen them be chipped all the way down to the nub, and I've never seen them break. So, the reality is, you don't need a shovel out there that much. Let's see here. Got a file. I got tent stakes. I got 4 good tent stakes. Okay. I've also got cooked matches, some spoons, spoon and a fork for eating, and I've also got a cup. It's a solid metal cup. It's not no junk. It's a solid metal, good quality cup for making processing coffee or whatever else. And see, like I said, I got this, and I got, these are what, 250 count of matches. I mean, I could probably lighten the load with some of the clothes, but in reality, I'm thinking about bugging out, so I'm thinking about a survival situation, and not many people want to be running around wearing the same clothes all the time, So, and I got 2 knives, so I'm going to explain these 2 knives to you now, and then I'm going to show you the guns I'll take, and the, alright, that thing's got a lot lighter since I did that, all that stuff. Okay, and then I'm going to explain this too. So I'm going to explain the knives to you. These knives are made by something called, a company called Mora Knives. Basically, but basically Mora knives. People just call them Moras. I got 2 kind. One is more of a economical knife. This knife is made by Mora. It's more of an economical knife. It's a Mora Pro S. It's a Mora Craftline Pro S. That's what they call these, Mora Craftline Pro S. So and it's in stainless steel. This isn't carbon, and it's got a very, very sharp edge. So I can use it for basically anything. These knives are pretty indestructible. These are some very good quality knives, and they don't cost that much. This is less than like 17 bucks or so. They're really cheap. So, they're good quality knives. They're strong, sturdy. You can do a lot with these Mora knives. But it doesn't mean that they're necessarily the best. It just means that they are good quality knives. And they come with these nice sheaths and everything else, and you get all that for the money. And you've got and I got another knife. That's the Mora I forget that, but Craftline. That's the Mora Craftline Pro S. And like I said, now this, on the other hand, is not such a cheap knife. It's more their thing. It's got a flint. It's got a wet rock right here. This is the survival package. It's got a wet rock right here. It's got a flint rock. It's a full-size flint. It's got a flint rock right there, and the knife backside is made for striking fires. It's got a 90-degree angle on the backside. This is it's gonna get a little stubborn. Don't want to get all the way. See it down in there. There we go. And this is a 3/4 tang knife. This is a full tang knife. It's got the stuff hanging all the way out the back right there. It's got, both of them are very ergonomic. Both of them are very friendly in the hand. But the Mora, the Garberg, this is a carbon steel knife. It's not a stainless steel. So basically, you know, I don't want to get it wet. I just thought about something. I forgot to add more oil to it, so I'm gonna have to add me a bit of oil in this thing, and I also forgot to add a little bit of cleaning stuff for my guns. I think I'm gonna have to take something out of this package, but I will add that. Don't worry. I add that right after this video. So this is like I said, this is the Mora Garberg. It's a bit more expensive, on the expensive side though. Okay, I think I've talked about everything, and I need to still add that cleaning rod, cleaning stuff to this. So I can still add the cleaning rod and stuff in this side pocket. So that's what I'll do. I just add that cleaning rod and stuff in the side pocket right here, because it's long and it can handle it. And I'll go ahead and do that. I just forgot. I'm sorry. I want to make it a complete kit. Okay, so now I'm going to explain to you what I hadn't been explaining to you about this. This is not, you know, I got the full regular slingshot that I would use for hunting game. This is a wrist rocket, and your hand goes up here. That's what makes this a wrist rocket. If you notice, it's got a circle right there. Now you have to do a bit of modifying on a plain compound bow, and what you do is you take the back thing off, and you put you get some epoxy, 2-part epoxy, and it's really cheap for 2-part epoxy, and you just put that, take a golf tee, put it in there, okay? And what you can do after that, you can slide your thing down in here, and you can slide it down through that hoop, and then you can pull back, and there you go. You got a sling bow. That's what they call this, a sling bow. It's a slingshot bow. But you have to modify it. You have to take the golf tees, put them in there, epoxy them in, and really, if you can buy these little round rings at Home Depot and Lowe's, pretty cheap. But once you buy buying the arrows, they're going to cost you a little bit more money. These arrows are not cheap, but if you want to go that route, you can. So, you know, I've got plenty of hunting stuff here, and like I said, I'm gonna have to repack this bag after I'm off the video. I'm not gonna try to do it on the video. It's too complicated. Okay, and the other one I said I would take. All right, so my last thing. Now, let's see, I've got, you know, the bow and the basically the bow and the arrows. I've got ammunition. I've got fishing supplies. I've got a rod and reel. I've got, you know, ways to hunt, ways to make food. I got ways to purify water, everything else. You know, always can boil the water. I've also got, now, the 2 guns I take with me to survive, and this is a bug out bag. Survival video. To repack this bag, this is a 75-liter bag, and I'll put links in the descriptions below for all most of the gear that you see here. But if you want this guy here, just go down to Walmart and buy this. It's called a worm gear. But rest of the stuff, the knives, the bag, everything else. And I'll try to put a little bit cheaper version of something that might be just as good as the Mora Garberg here knife. This knife is relatively expensive with the survival sheath. So like you can get this guy, and well, there's actually one that's very similar to this guy that's really good. It's a lot cheaper than the Garberg, and you know, so I'll give you some links to Mora. And I also know another one like Condor, stuff like that, that might be a little cheaper, and so you don't break the bank. And I'll have to repackage all this stuff later, like I said. But the guns I'll take, you know, I got 100 rounds of ammo, which really isn't a lot of ammo. But I gotta put me some cleaning kits in this thing for those guns. But the gun I'll take, this is a perfectly good gun for hunting, protecting yourself. It's a good gun for bear and for hunting deer. It will take about anything that I want to kill with it with larger game. It'll pretty much take it. With bear and deer, I'd probably let them get a little closer to me besides trying to take them straight out. But this is a Black Hawk. I need like I said, they put that oil in there for these, and I'll get the oil and the cleaner rods in there. But this is a Ruger Black Hawk, okay, and it's a single action and everything. It's a new model Black Hawk, and I've got this leather holster for it, and the holster, and that's my holster right there. That will kill pretty much about anything I want to, and protect me too, and everything else. It's a damn fine gun. Okay, and then I've got a 22 Magnum rifle. Now I've got to set the Magnum rifle up. I need to put my thing on here, and I also need to put my scope back on it too. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna put me a sling on it, and put me a scope on it, and I'm gonna go ahead and make it my ultimate survival rifle, along with my 500 count. Now, I tell you like it is about hunting. A lot of people don't know, but a lot of people don't have enough survival experience to know this. Some people, let's say, some people don't seem to understand that when you're out there in the woods, just trying to find animals and stuff like that to hunt is a little more tougher than I think a lot of people would give it credit for, especially during the summertime. Wintertime, you can find animals like crazy. You can find animals like crazy with gun and everything else, and it's much safer time to be out there trying to hunt in the woods too if you're in a deeper wilderness, because that's when your lions, tigers, bears aren't there. They're in hibernating basically. Well, I mean, mountain lions wouldn't be if you had anything like that to worry about. Also, bobcats wouldn't be out there doing that. Of course, you're not really going to have to worry about a bobcat anyway. Bobcats want nothing to do with humans. They try to stay away from humans as much as possible. Mountain lion, yeah. Mountain lion and cougars, yeah. And bear, then a bear would be a little bit more of a thing. But you wouldn't have to worry so much about those animals than the bears during the winter time. And it depends on the location you're in. You might not even have to worry about mountain lions. That's just not sometimes that's just not the case. But most people don't seem to quite understand or realize this about having hunting those animals. They're not always as easy as everybody thinks to kill. Trying to find game like that in the wilderness, in true wilderness survival, is not as easy as everybody thinks it is. It's a little tougher than what I think a lot of people will give it credit for. And it's so basically that's kind of advantage of fishing and trapping. Fishing and trapping. If you trap, you probably heard a lot of people saying better off to trap and trapping, and you probably see a lot of people doing trapping. So there's an advantage to trapping. A lot of people don't know. One of the biggest advantages is you can put a lot of food on the plate, and you can sometimes easily get 40 or 50 coons and possums and stuff like that, and even squirrel, stuff like that. You can easily get some bigger game like that. A lot of people would think, oh no, that's not true. Yeah, it is true. You can get some bigger game like that. So, I mean, that's something to think about. But anyway, I'm not going to try to make this video too long. That's why I'm not packing this stuff back in. You've seen the trouble. I just had a bunch of trouble with that guy there trying to get it back in there. So I'm not going to make this video too long by doing that. Okay. Anyway, be good at it. I hope you enjoyed this is what I would consider the ultimate, other than putting that oil in there, this is what I would consider the ultimate bug out bag. This is a bug out bag. Not a get home bag, a bug out bag. I live in the wilderness, shit hit the fan, all hell broke loose, and I'm living out here. Bag. And the bag you can survive with. And this is my opinion of the ultimate bag. I don't know if I showed you. Oh yeah. Also, did I show you my file? I also have a file, just a cheap file, for resharpening my axes and stuff. I didn't know if I showed you him, so I'm gonna make sure I get that guy in there too. Anyway, be good at it, and take it easy.